Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am in the process of not only harvesting my produce from my garden this year, but I'm also in the process of preserving as well. And I am going to be gone for 2 more weeks for business trips. And when I'm gone 2 weeks back to back, I got to do a little bit of everything. So this week, super busy inside, not so much going on outside other than the typical harvest. But y'all, look what I did. I did some canning, and y'all, I didn't turn the camera on, and I apologize right now for it. But I took at least 75% of my purple Vikings, and so here's a picture of purple Vikings. And purple Viking potatoes is what they were. It's my absolute favorite potato. I love the size of that potato. And I cut up all of those potatoes and I ended up with almost 5 quarts of potatoes. And what I like so much about the purple Viking is how it holds its shape. Now, I didn't do anything super fancy with this, and I will bring you back and show you a video on how to pressure can your white potatoes in the future. But I wanted to let you know that this process has started. Now, I have already harvested over 60 pounds of potatoes. So here's the actual amount of potatoes I've harvested this year. And of those, I've probably given away maybe somewhere between 5 and 8 pounds of potatoes. But all of the rest of those potatoes are for me and my family for our year's supply. I've already canned 5 quarts, and y'all, we getting ready to head outside and we're going to harvest 2 more containers. So let's get out there. Let's get those 2 containers harvested next. Now, while I'm getting set up over here, let me share with you a video I did a couple of days ago where I harvested the potatoes over at my neighbors. Those were Nicola potatoes. And here's the video of that harvest, and I'll keep setting up here while you're watching that harvest. Hello, I am over at the neighbors, and we are going to pick some Nicola potatoes. We planted these potatoes about 70 days ago, I believe, if I'm correct, and we planted them, let me show you. We planted them in this Vego Garden metal raised bed. It's 11-inch raised bed, and in the front there are beans. Then we have the potatoes, and then in the back, in the very back, I have winter squash that has just died and just called it quits for the year. But we are going to harvest these potatoes that are right in the middle here. You can see that they're all died back. They're all yellow. They won't even stand up anymore. They just kind of fall over. So we're going to cut those back, and we are going to harvest those potatoes today. And I don't have my regular camera, so I'm trying to use my cell phone. Let me get all the hones or the stems cut off, and then we will see what we're working with. So we have all of the hones or stems, depending on where you live, cut out. And right here, I think we had 5. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we had 5 potatoes in here, and we are going to start digging them up. There were 1 or 2 that were on top, so hopefully we have a nice harvest here for my neighbor. I won't be able to show you the whole harvest, but let's try to pull out at least a couple so you can kind of see what I'm working with. So these are Nicola potatoes. I've never grown them before. Whoa, they're in there deep. Ooh, look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness. These are a favorite of people over in the UK. They're a nice potato. These are all from one plant so far. And I'm not going to be able to show all 5 because I can't do this one-handed, but I'm going to at least finish this first one one-handed. Man, there's a ton in here from one potato. There's a little baby one. A couple baby ones. That one's big enough. I'll take it. Where did it go? Oh, I lost it. Let's see how many I missed. There's a big one right there. This is still from one potato. One seed potato. This is an 11-inch bed, and this bed has no bottom in it. We put it in directly over the ground, so no cardboard, no wood, anything like that underneath this bed here. I believe these are still from the same potato. All right. Now look at all of that. That's from one seed potato, one. And we have 4 more in here to dig up, so I will finish digging these up and then I will bring you back. That's 2 seed potatoes. That's 2. This is the standard size of Nicola. It's a nice size potato. And we have 3 more to dig up. That's just 2 potatoes, y'all. I think I found maybe a new favorite to replace the German butterball, but let's keep going and let's see. Nice. They spread pretty good too. Look at that. That's still all one potato. At least I believe it is. All right, let me keep going. There they are right there. My potatoes from 5 seed potatoes. You can see they're all pretty uniform from a size standpoint. I got just under half a basket of 5 seed potatoes in this space that was right here. 4 of the 5 had tons and tons of potatoes on them. The one that was in the back right here, covered up by the flowers just behind me here, the one that was back there didn't do well at all. It only had a couple potatoes. So really, that haul right there is from about 4 seed potatoes. 4, not 5. But let's get it weighed up and let's see what we got. Boy, how do people do this one-handed? I don't get it. I am a tripod person. I'm just trying to show you that they're all about the same size. There's a few small ones, but for the most part, these are all the same size. I'm trying to get some of the dirt off of them too. Ton of dirt in my basket. Ooh. That one split open just a little bit. Ooh, that's heavy. Ooh, that's really heavy. 6.32. Look at that. From 5 seed potatoes. That is the best harvest by far. From seed potatoes to weight. That's more than a pound of potato. Did I just find maybe a new favorite potato from an overall weight standpoint? First, we got to see what they taste like. But I hear over in the UK, this is one of the favorites. And we now have over 6 pounds from just 5 seed potatoes. Whew! My neighbor is going to enjoy this. Nicola. I believe this is going to be an amazing potato for boiling and mashing, roasting. Now they're a little small for baked potatoes, but I bet you can use them for everything else. This is a really nice little potato, and I think I like it better than the German butterball. Definitely from a weight standpoint. There it is, a little quick potato harvest. Man, wasn't that a great harvest? That is the largest harvest I've gotten this season. And again, it was in one of my metal raised beds. In my metal raised beds, I used Fox Farm potting soil in those beds. And again, I got more potatoes. I actually got more than a pound per potato on those Nicolas. So I'm super excited. I do have a few more of those over in my garden here, but they're not ready yet. The only thing I have ready are these 2 containers right here, and we're going to go ahead and knock these 2 containers out right now. Now these 2 containers are fingerling potatoes. I've never grown fingerling potatoes before. This is the first time growing them. And here's a picture of what a fingerling potato, and here's the banana fingerling potato right up here so you can see what it looks like. They're very small potatoes, very small. And so I honestly don't know if it's worth the effort or not, but I got some anyway. That's what we're harvesting. So this is banana, and we're gonna see how we did. And yes, I'm in the shade as always. I like to get in the shade to do this. It's just too hot out there, y'all. But I need to get these done. I've been letting them dry out a little bit. And y'all, and I see some teeny little potatoes on here, and I don't know if I like this or not. I don't know. Little potatoes might not be for me. But I'm gonna put them right here. I think I put 3 or 4 in here. I don't remember. But we're gonna find out here in just a moment. Make sure you got a good view of what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if we can get something that's worth taking to the kitchen. I hear fingerling potatoes are quite delicious, but again, never grown them before. I like big potatoes. So this isn't really what I go for, but that's a fingerling potato right there. Now, some of them get bigger than that, but that's what I have. And I don't know if I like it, but we are going to enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. We will eat them and we will enjoy them. And I had some issues starting these banana fingerling potatoes. I had a lot of issues starting them. For the longest, they would not sprout. And so I planted and I replanted and planted again and replanted again. And finally, I got some to sprout. So I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me. I'm going to stick to those purple Vikings and those Nicolais and those Kennebec and all of those other ones that I love so much. Now that's the seed potato, and it's still hard and in really good shape. And let's keep looking. Let's see how we're doing here. 3 seed potatoes. I don't think there's going to be much in here. Yeah, not for me. We're going to still enjoy them though. And I have these growing in a couple more pots. They're not ready yet. And honestly, I don't think this one should be ready yet. But for whatever reason, it was dying back. And I'm not going to be here for 2 weeks. And I mean, like really, I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to leave on a Sunday. I'm going to come home on a Friday, and then I'm going to leave that next Saturday and go right back out of town. I'm not even going to be home for 24 hours. So that's like for real 2 weeks back to back. So I really got to get this stuff done as quickly as possible. Today is what, Tuesday? I have 5 days to get as much done as possible. And that's in addition to working my regular day. And unfortunately, my day doesn't start and stop 8 to 5. It doesn't work like that for the type work that I do. So I have to be available. Y'all, that's it. I don't see nothing else. Woo-wee. I would have been mad if this is all I planted, y'all. I don't like this. No, this isn't for me. Do I even want to bother weighing that, y'all? Look, that's it. That's all I got. But as always, we're going to weigh it. We're going to weigh everything and add to the total. These would be good roasted. I won't even take the skins off. I only have to chop them up. But that's it. We'll weigh them all at the end. Let's get the next one going so we can get on to some other tasks today. Moving on to the next container. This is La Rate. I guess is how you say it, La Rate. It's also a fingerling potato. And y'all, I don't know about these fingerlings. Here's one on top. Can you even see it? It's a baby. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but let's see what we got. Now we already know that my metal raised beds gave me the best harvest. Behind the metal raised bed were my fabric grow pots. This one is a fabric grow pot. I think it's a 10-gallon, I think. Let me double check. A Vavasun 10-gallon grow pot. They gave me the second best harvest, and then my 7-gallon plastic containers came in third. But I see some on top. So there's two little baby fingerling potatoes. They're nice and clean. They actually look really good. This pot's nice and, oh my goodness. I couldn't see all of that. Why didn't you tell me all of that was over there? You saw that and you didn't tell me. All right. So again, though, they're little. These are little bitty potatoes. I mean, I guess it's okay for roasting, I guess. Let's see what we got. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And I don't have any more seed potatoes, y'all. That's it. This is it. We will not be starting any more potatoes this season. Now, I probably will indoors when we get to that time. And by that time, I should have some potatoes that are, oh my goodness, look at this, y'all. All right, I may have to change my mind about these potatoes. Look at this. I was just on the outside looking. Again, though, fingerling. They're not going to get much bigger than your finger. But that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. But this is it. We won't be starting any more potatoes outdoors this season. But we will start some indoors. Okay. These are cute. I don't know if they're worth the effort, but they're cute. And they're still coming. They're still coming. And I have no clue how many I put in this container. Y'all, look at this. And I didn't order many seed potatoes because, not of this, because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. Of my traditional potatoes that I ordered 2.5 pounds of the ones I typically buy. I don't think I would have bought 2.5 pounds of these because that would be a whole lot. They're so little. I think I had enough for like 2 containers if I remember correctly. Y'all, they still coming. They're getting smaller and smaller finally though. Yeah, some of these are too small. I can't do anything with some of these, are so small. Let's see, did I miss any? Yes, I did. Oh, they're falling through the bottom of my container. That's how small they are. Man, I can't grow this kind of potato because I would never get them all. I'll have potatoes growing everywhere in my garden because I always reuse my soil. So there was some questions in my comments asking, what do I do with the soil after I harvest potatoes? I reuse it. I reuse it somewhere in the garden. I add additional nutrients to the soil, fertilizers and worm casting and compost and things like that. But I do not get rid of my soil. I keep using it over and over and over again. And I just keep adding to the soil. There is no way I'm going to find all these potatoes. They're so little and big. That's a big one I missed. So there they are. And that's more than I thought. Honestly, that's much more than I thought. But still, yeah, I don't like the little potatoes. Let's pour them in a bag that doesn't have a hole in it because they're so small, they're going to come right out the bottom. There we go. Make sure I didn't drop any. Okay. So I know what's in each bag. Latte and banana knot, I should say, because there's hardly anything in this bag. So let's see what we got. So for the banana peppers, if I have a ½ pound, I think we're doing good. I don't think we're going to have a ½ pound. And I lied. 0.74. 0.74. Okay. 0.74. I'll take it. Now this should be at least 2 pounds. It should be at least 2. 1.62 pounds. 1.62 pounds. Okay, a little over 1.5 pounds. That's all the potatoes I have to harvest today. So between the Nicola, the banana potatoes, and the latte potatoes, here's the total weight of all of those potatoes over the last couple of days. And if it wasn't for the Nicola, y'all, this wouldn't even be worth the harvest here. But this is what I have. Now that I got them weighed up, let's go ahead and put them together so we can see what we got. I got my little paper down there telling me what I got in there. But that's it, y'all. That's it of my little fingerling potatoes. We will not be growing these again. It's not worth the effort. If each one of these potatoes, was a decent sized potato, y'all, this basket will be overflowing. Just not for me. Might be great for some, but I prefer just to pick my other potatoes younger if I want small potatoes. I will not be growing more fingerling potatoes, but it was fun. So that's it for today. There's the total weights of all of the potatoes from the last 2 days, and we will add that to that overall total for the year. And y'all, we're getting close. We're getting close to 100 pounds. I think we will easily have 100 pounds before we finish up harvesting all the potatoes that we have left out here this year. But that's it for now. Another potato harvest down. So hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I don't only do potato harvest, I do a little bit of everything. And you're going to see me preserving potatoes very soon in the near future. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you hang out with me, Kim, at Kim's Kozy Corner. Bye. And I know you're waving back. Bye. See you soon.